This is the end, beautiful friend.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Team Daddy Weekly Recap. I am your host, Shapiro the Hero, aka Daddy Dreidels. Unfortunately, my friends, another fantasy football season has come and gone, and so we have crowned a champion. I'll break down our first and third place games and review the final standings as we close out 2024. But, as always, we begin with a word from our sponsor. This week's sponsor is Dom Perignon. Whether you're toasting to the new year or toasting a fantasy football championship, raise a glass of Dom Perignon and toast to life. We'll kick this week's recap off with our Team Daddy Championship, featuring number 4 seed George taking on the number 6 seed Brett. George came into this game looking to complete a worst-to-first comeback season, while Brett was looking to finish off a Cinderella run of his own. But when the clock struck midnight, it was George emerging victorious, 215.3 to 190.55. George once again had the highest scoring overall team of the week, as well as the week's highest scoring player in Joe Burrow with 53.1 points. George also got 35.3 points from Trey McBride and 32.6 points from Jonathan Taylor. After finishing last in 2023 and being punished on draft night this year, George has climbed to the top of Team Daddy Mountain and will hoist the trophy as this year's ultimate daddy, figuratively and literally. On the other sideline, Brett was led by Jared Goff with 41.85 points in a valiant comeback effort on Monday night. Alas, Brett's magical run to the finals ends one game short of the ultimate prize, but he is to be commended for his spectacular season, especially given his shitty team after draft night. Turning now to our third place game, which showcased a battle of the top 2 seeds, we had number 1 Zach taking on number 2 Armenti for the bronze. And when the clock hit 000, it was Zach capping off his awesome season with one more win as he defeated Armenti 161.1 to 151.6. Lamar Jackson led the way for Zach with 39.1 points, and Zach also got 29.5 points from Derrick Henry. Despite a third-place finish on the season, Zach should still feel very proud of the year that he had, considering the only team he lost to all year was George, who ended up winning it all. I know it's not much consolation, but Zach did also take home a decent amount of money this season, not just for his third-place win, but for his many weekly winner pots as well. For Armenti, it was Ladd McConkey leading all scoring with 33.4 points, but once again, a quarterback conundrum did Armenti in, as Russell Wilson on his bench would have been the difference maker. In Armenti's defense, who would have thought the Bears and Seahawks would have such a shitty game to start the week? Also, that hook and ladder play from Amon-Ra St. Brown on Monday night that he tossed to Jameson Williams definitely took food out of Armenti's mouth, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Still, 4th place ain't too bad, especially since he got closer to winning than 8 other teams. And on that subject, here are the final Team Daddy standings for 2024. George completes a comeback for the ages, finishing as top dog after a last place finish last year. Brett comes in second, which is also respectable after a rough draft board. Zach makes his money back in third after a fantastic year of his own, while Armenti ends up in 4th. Swans finishes in 5th place, while Josh ends up in 6th. PJ and Big John both finish the playoffs right where they started, in 7th and 8th respectively. I end the season in 9th place, with Steve finishing in 10th. Kyle ends up in 11th, while Jed is our loser of the year and will be facing punishment at next year's draft. Can't wait. And so ends another great season of Team Daddy football. I hope you all had as much fun this year as I did, and I look forward to doing it all again next year. One final congratulations to George for winning it all, and an early welcome to Daddyland with your new edition on the way. Wishing you all, and all your families, a very happy, healthy new year. Thank you as always for watching. This has been your Team Daddy Weekly Recap. I am your host, Shapiro the Hero, and I will see you next time. One last time, l'chaim, motherfuckers!